Hello friends, welcome to my channel So Easy with Somie. This is a tutorial on how to cut and sew this asymmetric neckline top. So let's get started. Make sure your pattern paper is on fold, then you mark your neck width and your neck depth of 3 inches. Connect your neckline using your curve ruler, or you can also use your free hand to do this if you don't have a curve ruler. Then from there you are going to draw your shoulder measurement. Come down with 1 inch from your shoulder and connect back to your neckline. Then you are going to take your armhole length. To get your armhole length, it's your round bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So I'll cross check my line to see if it's accurate. And also confirm my length before drawing my chest line. From my neckline, I'm going to mark my waistline and the full length of my top, which is 22 inches, so I don't need to mark anything. I like to do this twice to make sure my line is accurate. So I mark my waistline, my full length is 22. I also mark my under bust on both sides. After marking, I'll use my ruler to connect. You come to your armhole and you divide it by 2. Find the midpoint of your armhole. From there you go in with 0.75 inch. Then on your chest line you are going to take your round bust divided by 4. You are not going to be adding any allowance to this pattern because you are going to make it with a stretchy fabric. Some might even go ahead to even reduce 1 inch, but I won't be doing that. I won't be adding any allowance, just my normal body measurement divided by 4. Okay, after this, go ahead to create your armhole curve. If you don't have a curve ruler, you can use your free hand to do this. Okay, on your under bust you are going to mark your round under bust divided by 4. The same thing on your waist length, your round waist divided by 4. No allowance needed. On the full length you are going to mark your round hip divided by 4. When you are done, you use a ruler to connect your lines. To transfer what you have on this side of your pattern paper to the other side, you are going to use your scissors to trace it out, okay, so that it can transfer to the other side. Easiest way to do this is with a tracing wheel, but I'm using a scissors to show you just in case you don't have it. This is what a tracing wheel looks like. Makes transferring your patterns and that's easier for you. Okay, so as a fashion designer you should have this. When I open up my pattern, as you can see, the mark is already there, so I don't have to start all over again. I don't know if you can see this, but I can see it clearly. Okay, so I'll now use my marker to highlight the marks. I will redraw the neckline, the shoulder, the armhole, just the necessary parts. I decided to make my shoulder 3 inches instead of 4, so I'm removing 1 inch from my shoulder. After that, I'll connect it back to the armhole. To create the asymmetric neckline, you have to decide the shoulder you want it to be on. Then on that shoulder you are going to come down with 5 inches. When you do that, you can now draw your curve using your free hand or your curved ruler. Okay, to create the rope for our top, you have to come down with 2 inches. I realized the 5 inches I used was too much, so I now used 4 inches instead. Okay, so that I'll have enough space to create the rope. So I'll connect it back to that 4 inches. From that 4 inches, I can now go down with 2 inches, and that is going to be the length of our rope. So I'll go ahead and extend it. It's now time to cut out our pattern, so pay close attention and see how I'm doing it. First of all, I'll fold the pattern, okay, then I'll cut it out. Stop cutting at the armhole side, okay, then you open up your pattern before you continue. We are done drafting our pattern, and this is what we have. I'm still going to go ahead to extend the rope of this blouse. Okay, I've done that, and it's now time to cut it out on the fabric. The front and back of this top is the same, so I'll be cutting it together. Make sure your fabric is on fold. I'll be adding half an inch allowance on the armhole, the shoulder and the neckline. You can choose to cut the rope together or separately. I'll be cutting it separately to save fabric. I don't have enough fabric to cut it together, okay? But you can cut it together if you have enough fabric. I've also gone ahead to cut out the rope for our top. I cut out 4 pieces of this. I'll now go ahead to use one to turn out the other. Okay, that's why it's 4. You can make your rope as long as you wish for it to be. I cut mine to this length because I don't want it to be too long, but if you want yours longer, you can go ahead and do that. I've turned it out, so it's now time to attach it to the top. I'll place it ½ inch below the neckline so that I'll have space to attach my bias. So after attaching it there, I'll have to sew it using ½ an inch, and I'm going to do this for both sides of the top, of course. I've attached it to my top, and this is what it looks like. When you turn it to the front, this is what it looks like. So the next thing to do now is to use my bias to turn it. Okay, the width of my bias is 1 inch, so yeah, I'll do this for the neckline and the armhole. After finishing the neckline and the armhole with my bias, this is what it looks like now. Okay, I'll go ahead and place my top front facing front, just like I'm doing in this video. Then I'm going to attach the shoulder using ½ an inch. I'll sew the shoulder using ½ an inch, then I'll sew the sides using 1 inch. Okay, don't forget to hem your top and weave it if you have a weaving machine. I've gone ahead to do that off camera, and this is what our top looks like. I am loving the outcome. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share.